Hi, I'm Chef Raphael. Welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to show you how to make a delicious roast chicken. And now on this recipe, I'm actually serving it with some roasted potatoes and some coleslaw. So the recipe is about the chicken. On this video, you learn two recipes in one. So you can act, this is a lemon herb, lemon thyme roast chicken. And what I've done towards the end of the video, I'll show you how you can transform that roasted chicken to a honey glazed chicken. So this is the final result. Watch till the end, you learn something new. And this is brought to you by Pie Me. More about it also in the video. Let's get cooking. So welcome to the show. Remember, Pie Me, you turn your home into a part-time restaurant. And today's recipe, I want to show you, it's about the recipe, but it's also how you can actually do a recipe that can easily work for a restaurant setup. Now, this simple recipe is something that I actually sell because I have a small restaurant that I do. And now with Pie Me, I'm actually, I can even do it from home. I can do it from whatever location. And what I want to show you is like a two-in-one recipe. So the first part, what we have, let me start with the ingredients. This is half a chicken. I have some lemon zest, some salt and pepper. So cracked pepper, some cooking oil and thyme. So this is a thyme and lemon chicken. Now, just up to that point, it's still good, it's still perfect because you're going to cook it in the oven. Towards the end, after it's cooked, I'll show you how you can make it to a two-in-one, because when you cook it, lemon and thyme, but you can also finish it off with some honey glaze. So I'll add some soy sauce. So not on this ingredient list is soy sauce and honey. Watch till the end, you see what I mean. So the first thing, when you have chicken, make sure you cut it in the same size, especially if you're going to serve it for sale. So make sure you cut the pieces into equal sized pieces. So I'm seasoning it first, salt, like plenty of salt and pepper. Also, if you want this to be for your home use, this recipe is perfect. So salt and pepper first, and then I'll also add the lemon zest. This is salt. So the more the lemon you add, the more the flavor you'll get. And then for the thyme, what you do is you can either use fresh or dried thyme. So what I'm doing is taking the sprig and then removing the leaves like that, and sprinkling them on top. I prefer mixing it before adding the oil. So make sure that all the pieces have all these ingredients. That's the salt, pepper, lemon, thyme. And then now to this I'll add a little bit of oil, not too much. So the oil will help when cooking it in the oven to brown evenly. And when you're doing this, just add enough oil to coat the chicken. Remember, when you have the skin on, the skin is actually like fat and oil, so don't add too much. And that's it. So everything is there on the chicken. Arrange it on your baking tray or oven tray. Now the thing about whenever you are roasting chicken, you should have it on the skin, the skin looking up. Cook it when the skin is looking up, like this. If it doesn't have the skin, it's fine. But if you have like this piece, what I mean, don't start with this back side. Use with the top side, which is the skin side. So there you have it. This is about 3 portions. If you're going to serve 2 pieces per person, per portion. So I'm happy. I'm trying to distribute the lime, the lemon, make sure that it's all over on each surface of the chicken. The idea is to brown the chicken. So when you start at 180 degrees, it's too little, it is too low a temperature. You want the highest temperature, and then when it's halfway done, like the top side will actually be browning easily. At some point you want to turn the pieces so that they cook on the other side. So that's the trick, especially if you're using a flat tray like this. Now in case you're using the rack that is in the oven, the one that like has the wire mesh, the wire rack in the oven that has spaces in between, what you do is place the chicken on top, and then you have the flat tray, the black flat tray that is usually in ovens, put it below the rack, because what will happen as the chicken is cooking, it will drip the oils into that flat tray. Now when you cook it in that rack, what happens, the chicken can easily cook on both sides without turning it, because heat on this side you need to turn it, because on the bottom side it will not brown evenly like the top. So into the oven it goes, and then you'll see what happens next after it comes out from the oven. So now the chicken is ready. It actually takes, especially when the chicken is cut and you're using high heat, it can actually cook in about 25 minutes, but keep an eye on it. Now it's ready, and what I have here now is some onions that are frying. I've cut them into big chunks. I'll tell you about that, but let me first start with the chicken. Now you have your chicken ready. This is one way of serving it, and this is why I was saying it's a 2-in-1 recipe. So you can serve it as it is, lemon and thyme roast chicken. Serve it with some potatoes and coleslaw, which is what I have today, or no, with rice, whichever, it's up to you. Now when cooking them, what I did is I did not brown them completely. I did not let the chicken get too brown, because on this next step of cooking, I'm going to have some fried onions. So I have some fried onions here. I want the onions to start browning. I'll add this chicken to that onion, and then I'll add some honey and soy sauce. Now the darkness will actually come from the soy sauce once I start cooking it all together. And now this is the next level of this recipe. That's how you elevate this roast chicken to an more interesting dish. So now when it comes to cooking, first start with the brown onion, slightly browned, and then add the chicken. The chicken even does not have to be very hot from the oven. And I'm putting it all there. I've added a little bit more of the lemon. So now what you're doing is to mix it with the onions. I don't want much oil, so the first thing I'm going to add is the honey. So honey, it's a good idea to always add it towards the end of the cooking process, otherwise it will burn. I'm just eyeballing the amount and then mixing it with the chicken. So yes, exactly, you see, looks nice. So it has a nice glaze, and then to finish it off, a touch of soy sauce. I'm using mushroom dark soy sauce. So in as much as my chicken was not so brown, this is how you actually make it extra brown, by just a touch of honey, a touch of rosemary, a touch of the soy sauce, and then turn off the heat. So my setup is ready. I have roast potatoes here. I have a coleslaw that I've made, and now take the pieces of chicken I like, put one small one like that, a little bit of the onions on top. So this is another new recipe that you can make. So the chicken is versatile. Now if you're thinking of selling this dish, you can actually do it on Pai Me. So you've made your dish, you've come up with a dish. Take your phone, and then snap a photo. Then if you're happy with it, post it on Pai Me. And when you post it there and you're a host, meaning you actually can sell, you can actually sell this dish from Pai Me. So more on the description about Pai Me, I'll put it on the description below. And download the app. You'll actually find this specific recipe for this chicken on Pai Me, so check the written recipe there. And I hope you've learned something new. I'm signing out. I'm Chef Raphael, and until next time, goodbye.